go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to WDW Radio Live. I am Lou Mangello, and this is a very special WDW newscast for Wednesday, April 29th, 2015. I am here to help you have the best possible Disney vacation experience and bring you a little bit of Disney magic with the podcast, videos, an amazing team of blog writers, the newsletter, iPhone app, books, audio tours, segue, and lots more. Again, you can find everything over at www.radio.com. We have about 250 people chatting live in the box tonight, about another 85 or so watching on Periscope. Thank you guys for tuning in via Periscope. Normally what we do every Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern is chat about this week's Walt Disney World news with you guys in the chat room, and then stay on for about an hour or so and talk about anything really that you guys would like. But tonight is a little bit special, and I am so excited, as you may be able to tell by the smile on my face, that there are so many here to share tonight with me, and for me to be able to share this with you, because believe it or not, tonight is really about 4 years in the making, and that's nobody else's fault other than my own, because as you may have heard in this week's show, I talked a little bit about the genesis of what would eventually become the audio guides or the audio tours of Walt Disney World, because one of the things I love doing is being able to enhance your experience, right? And to make you appreciate and dig down into some of the layers of the onion and understand the history and the stories and the details and maybe some of the experiences that you overlooked in the parks as well. And that's how the idea for my audio guides to Walt Disney World were born. They were originally actually supposed to be called Mouse Tours, and I wanted to just sort of better describe what it was, because it really is a virtual audio walking tour of the park where I sort of take you with me. Imagine if we're sort of hand in hand or arm in arm, if that's a little creepy, and walking through the Magic Kingdom land by land. And one of the things that I enjoyed most was being able to also bring some of the sounds of Walt Disney World to you. And I would spend hours sitting in the parks just recording sounds, from the horse-drawn trolleys on Main Street to background music in Adventureland, the sounds of kids laughing in Fantasyland, or riding on an attraction. So as I'm talking about something specific, you feel as though you are sitting right next to me and experiencing it there. So whether you're listening in the car, on the treadmill, at the gym, at work, even if you're supposed to be working, at home, wherever it was, you'd feel as though you were with me walking through the Magic Kingdom, or better yet, you could even take it with you to the parks and listen and sort of follow along while you're there. I spend a lot of time really kind of mapping out these tours to make sure it's something that you can use real world, right? And sort of take with you to the parks and really sort of not be rushing, making the dash to splash or the race to space, but slowing down, taking the time and really understanding and enjoying and appreciating the parks. And the first guide, believe it or not, came out way back when in 2008, when I launched the Main Street USA audio tour. And I thought I'd be able to knock these out pretty quickly. But what I found going through the process was that each one of these was like a little book. And at the time it took to research the book and then turn that book into a script and then pare that script down to 80 minutes so it could fit on a physical CD. Kids, you can Google CD or ask your grandparents what a CD actually was. But we're still a tactile people, right? We like holding things in our hands. We like that sense of ownership and want to sort of collect things on the shelf. So I made it as a digital download and as a CD, and I was sort of hamstrung by keeping it to 80 minutes because, believe it or not, even Main Street USA, where there's no real attractions per se or shows, I could have gone on, as you probably know, for hours. And then I released Adventureland, I think probably a year later in 2009. I was on a pretty good roll. I had Fantasyland also came out in 2009. Mickey's Toontown Fair, rest in peace, came out in 2010. Liberty Square came out later that year. And Frontierland debuted in 2011. So it would only make sense that 2012, I would complete the Circle of Life and Tomorrowland would come out. So I'm only about 3 years overdue. I've been doing a lot of research in Tomorrowland for the past 3 years. Obviously other projects and other things have slowed things down, but I was really excited to sort of get back in and dig really deep into Tomorrowland. And what I did this time is something a little bit different than I've done in the past. I actually decided to release it again on CD, but much as I might have tried to, there's no way I could have gotten it down to 80 minutes. It just would have been impossible. I even had a tough time cutting it down to fit on 2 CDs, and that's exactly what I decided to do. So the first and only time ever, I'm releasing Tomorrowland on a 2 CD limited edition set. And let me explain. What I'm doing is I am only producing 500 copies of Tomorrowland on CD. I'll sign them all, I'll ship them out, and when the 500 are gone, that's it. They're gone. Obviously, it's easier to download it. You can listen to it on your computer. You can put it right on your iPod or your Android device or your MP3 player, whatever it might be. But especially for those of you who have the other guides, I did want to be able to complete the set for you, but not also limit the guide to just that 80 minutes that the other CD. So I'm actually, as of right now at 7:30, you can actually start to order the guide on CD, and it's also available as a digital download as well. And it really comes in just under, I think it's about 1 hour, 49 minutes or so. So just under 2 hours of Tomorrowland. And believe it or not, I had to leave things out because I could spend an hour talking about attractions like Space Mountain. I could take an hour talking about the history of everything that took place inside the Buzz Lightyear building, and if you had wings and things like that. But I think it still gives you a really deep dive and hopefully better appreciation of that land. So right now, as of this moment, you can actually order the physical CD from www.radio.com or the digital download by visiting www.radio.com/Tomorrowland. So you can order it from www.radio.com. You can also get it on Amazon and iTunes. But wait, there's more. There's a little something else I wanted to throw in here as well. Because if you order right now, within the next 24 hours, anybody who orders the audio guide, whether it be on digital download from www.radio.com or the physical CD from www.radio.com/Tomorrowland, anybody who orders within the next 24 hours from 7:30 p.m. on April 29th to 7:30 p.m. on April 30th, I'm going to take all those orders and I will randomly select one to win a prize. Because the reason why the audio tours came to be was because I wished I could have taken you physically with me into the parks and toured you around the Magic Kingdom. Because I love being able to not just sort of tell you things and sort of push the broadcast it out to you, but I want to share stories. I want to hear your stories, your memories, ask you questions, and answer your questions along the way. And I realized I couldn't do it for everybody. That's why the audio guides came to be, but I want to do it for you. I'm going to do it for one person and up to 3 guests. So anybody who orders the guide from www.radio.com between now and 7:30 p.m. tomorrow, I will randomly select one, and you guys will win a 4-hour tour with me for you and up to 3 guests on your next visit. We'll find a way to make our schedules coordinate. And it's like having all 7 audio tours sort of compacted into a 4-hour personal tour with me and you. There's no script. I don't sort of follow a thing. We will do and talk about the things that you like, and the tour is just for you, and it's just for you guys to enjoy. So that's just a small way of me being able to say thank you for you. If you don't have any of the other CDs, I unfortunately don't have any more available. I saw a couple of people asking about that in the box. There are no more physical CDs available, but you can order the entire 7-series set as a bundle only from www.radio.com. You can't get it anywhere else. And that is, again, it did literally just launch 12 minutes ago at 7:30 tonight. So I really do appreciate the fact that you guys waited so long and you asked for so long. And as it started to trickle out little hint and information about the guide, I sort of just, did as I do. I would release a little cryptic date with a little image, and you guys started piecing the puzzles together. And then, like I said, this really was the last piece of the Magic Kingdom puzzle that we're putting into place. I know a lot of people asking me, what am I going to do? New Fantasyland. What am I going to do? Storybook Circus. Let's sort of just take this bundle for the time being, and hopefully it's not going to take another 3 years for me to get the next guide out. So again, you can visit wdwradio.com/Tomorrowland in order to order the guide. If you have any questions, you can tweet me at Lou Mongello or email me lou@wdwradio.com. I hope you enjoy the guides. If you do, I'm going to ask you what I've been asking you to do for the past 10 years on the show. Please help spread the word. Tell others about it. If you go to www.radio.com/Tomorrowland, there's an easy click to tweet button. You can tell people that you're listening to the guide. Share it on Twitter. Share the link to www.radio.com/Tomorrowland on Facebook. Tag me in it at Lou Mongello me on Twitter. You can also go and review, even if you don't buy it from iTunes or Amazon, you can go and review the guide over at iTunes and Amazon.com as well. And if you don't like the guide, just email me privately. Tell me what you don't like about it, and I will try and make things right for you. So again, one more time, this is the official launch date, finally, of the Tomorrowland Audio Tour, available as a digital download and a limited edition of 500 signed 2-CD sets. When the 500 is gone, it is gone. And again, you can find everything by visiting www.radio.com/Tomorrowland. I want to thank everybody who is sharing this with me in the box, who has been so incredibly supportive of this and so encouraging and excited about the guide coming out. Thanks to everybody who's watching. I love Periscope, just being able to hit the button and you guys come in unannounced. I thank you for all the hearts. I'm sorry I can't scroll back and see all of the chat comments, but please, at Lou Mongello me on Twitter, I'll respond to every tweet as best I can, every email, every Facebook post. Tag me on Facebook if you get the CDs or the audio. And if you buy the physical CD, take a picture of it. Take a selfie with you and the Tomorrowland. Even better yet, take a selfie with you and the Tomorrowland CD in Tomorrowland and tag me on Insta, Pinterest, Facebook, or Twitter. Thank you guys again. I really do believe that while now is the time, now is the best time, I hope that you have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at this end of every single day. I am Lou Mongello. Thanks so much for watching. See ya. Don't go anywhere, Periscope.